everyone. Thanks for watching. We begin tonight with the latest scoop, but not like you've ever seen before, the scoop on poop.
That's right. The problem of incontinence is more common than you might think. Over at Gastroenterology Consultants, they want to inform the senior community about the warning signs and what to do if the bathroom becomes, well, a bummer. Joining us now is Dr. Pezinanski. He's here at the Gastroenterology Consultants in South Reno, but in these parts you go by Dr. Pez, which is what I'm going to call you. I like that name, Dr. Pez. We're talking about the scoop on poop and fecal urgency. What exactly is it, and how common is fecal urgency?
First, I want to give a disclaimer that anybody over the age of 50, anybody with a family history of colon cancer or a sudden unexpected change in bowel habits should probably consider seeing their gastroenterologist for a colonoscopy. But fecal urgency and fecal incontinence, fecal urgency is the sudden urge to go to the bathroom, to have a bowel movement. It usually comes on quickly and it usually feels uncontrollable. Fecal incontinence is any leakage of stool whatsoever, whether it's a small amount or a large amount. And surprisingly, a small amount of fecal leakage isn't that uncommon.
Wow, and it's common amongst the senior population?
Yeah,
especially you said over 50?
It affects seniors more than younger people. It can be due to a variety of different things. So fecal urgency is common. It can affect up to 15% of the population. Matter of fact, women who have delivered babies vaginally, some estimates are that up to 30% of them have at least some fecal incontinence throughout their lives.
Wow, and so this is something that is caused by that and diet? Is there other reasons why?
Well, the most common cause of fecal urgency is a change in the consistency of the stool. Now that can be due to a change in diet.
Right.
Or very commonly a change in medications or a new medication that you're on can cause a change in your bowel motility.
And what if you notice after taking a new medication, what should you do?
Well, if you notice a severe change, you should of course tell your doctor right away, and he might want to make dose adjustments. But very frequently you can try minor things at home to try to improve your stool consistency.
So you wouldn't say this is a diet-caused problem?
Diet definitely has a large amount to do with it, but anything that can change your stool consistency can give you a change in bowel habits and this fecal urgency.
So how does this urgency usually occur?
Well, I like to say that your rectum is a smart organ. It can tell the difference between a liquid, a solid, and a gas, and that's pretty incredible if you think about it. If it's a gas, your rectum usually recognizes this and you're able to pass that gas safely. But if it's a looser stool or a solid stool, your rectum holds on to it. But it doesn't treat those two stool consistencies the same. So I like to say, think of your bowel movement like a large bag of yard waste. If you have a nice formed stool, fiber-rich stool, it's like holding a big bag of dried leaves. You can hold that bag and you can decide how long you want to hold it and when you want to put it down safely. But if your stool is liquid or softer, then your rectum treats that differently. It's now like that bag is filled with damp grass clippings. And so you're holding it and you're holding it, and just like holding a bag of damp grass clippings, you have to struggle for it. Your rectum does the same thing with your stool, and that's when you get that uh-oh moment.
Right.
And you have to rush to the bathroom.
Now, some of the folks at home are having this issue. What should they do for treatment?
Well, I'm a big fan of probiotics. Probiotics are just good bacteria in a pill form, and they help repopulate the colon with bacteria that are more beneficial for regularity, and also help with that sensation. And what I like to start with my patients first is fiber supplementation in the form of one of those powdered soluble fibers that come usually in the
over-the-counter.
Yeah, over-the-counter in the orange or the green bucket.
Good.
Now, fiber is interesting. Most people think fiber is a laxative, but it's not really. It acts as a bulking agent, and I like to say to my patients that fiber is very much like a sponge. So if you have a hard stool, it acts like a sponge and it soaks up extra water to help soften that stool so the bowel can push it along more easily. But it works on the other end of the spectrum too. And so if you have a looser stool or a liquid stool, it acts like a sponge to help bulk that stool up. So it makes the hard softer, the soft harder, and once again makes your stool more like that big bag of leaves that you can hold on to.
All right, everybody, Dr. Pez with the scoop on poop. Dr. Pez, love you on again. Thank you very much.